Hi everyone, welcome back to Snooze It or Use It. Collaboration with myself and Wonder and Dreamer 555 here on YouTube. Her information will be in the description box. Please click on it and see what she has made for our September edition for August. So this is August. We did an unboxing, unbagging, unlooking, and I have that on here. And so I just want to go ahead and say that I don't like any of them. I didn't want to say that in the unboxing. I'm not impressed with it, I should say. It's a cute, today's gonna be a struggle. It's a cute set, but it's not something that I'm like, oh my God, like this is so amazing. Are the stamps in themselves beautiful? Yes, look at how thick and beautiful this is. This is a great, just a great background stamp. It's wonderful. But none of them have really said, hey, I want to be used. Like even this bee situation, I don't care for any of them. Not one, not a single one have I said, I can't wait to use this set. I can't wait to use this kit. Now, I will tell you that the sentiments are amazing. I love those. So, sorry, I do apologize. I'm not sorry for not liking it though. I just don't, it's not something that's like, oh yes, I love it. Um, yeah, I'm not impressed with this one at all. I've only had like three since I've been subscribed to this program. I've only had three that I didn't really care for. This is one of them. When you spend money on things, like, you don't know what you're getting in these kits. So it is what is. The sentiments are great. Not worth however much we pay for these kits. One, two, three, four sentiments doesn't cover this. And I do like that the lady is sitting on the bench but I feel like she's looking, something bad has occurred, obviously, and she's sitting there thinking about, what has happened. And this is when you put this sentiment there to give a friend hope that, hey, just because you lost a loved one, or it could be a cat, a dog, a human, a best friend, whatever. um it goes to this because it says those we love don't go away, they walk beside us every day. So if you believe that the people are still with you, then this would be a good sentiment. This looks great. Now, I've told you before, I thought this is probably my the one I like the most, because it's a bunch of pumpkins, and I like the pumpkins and the sunflowers. And this looks like a lady to me. I don't know why. It looks like this is her crown and this is her pumpkin-esque dress. And then even with that, I don't. I have no, I really have nothing in this thing that's like, use me. I like these backgrounds a little bit. Uh, yeah. So we're gonna see what we make. So I don't know what Wonder and Dreamer 555 is doing yet. I didn't check for her video. I like to I try not to watch these videos before I try to words. What are they? I try to not get caught up in words. I try to do my videos first, and then I try to watch others' videos, because I don't want to be like tainted. I want it to be, authentic in my thoughts. Because sometimes you can watch a video, or you can watch someone's craft situation, and you can be like, oh, I should try and do that. And then before you know it, their thoughts are now your thoughts, and you don't get a chance to actually execute your plan of action. Excuse the glare. Hopefully the conversation is befitting enough to distract from the glare. I do want to say that I hope everyone that lives in Florida has Floridian friends and families. They are safe. I don't watch the news that much. Let me backtrack. I don't watch the news often at all, unless it's something major going on that someone has said it's something major going on. I just find it to be very, it's too much. The world we live in currently is just too much for me. And so it's easier to curate, call out the nonsense of information that is so abundant, and just kind of do my thing. So I am using this VersaFine clear ink. I love this. Now I did from Heather 907 Crafty Life, I think is her YouTube name. She did say something about pigment ink, but I like it. I may have to go and buy some more VersaFine. But she said the dye ink, I think she said was better. I think she said that. Don't hold it against her if that's not what she said. That's me saying what I think she said. But I can't recall. So the little guy's roommate, my little roommate, his birthday is in a couple of weeks. I have big plans for him. But he's 7 going on I know everything teenager. Oh, this still doesn't change how I feel about the stamp set. I mean, this is a nice, we already know that this stamp set is nice, right? We know that this is a beautiful stamp for what it is. We get that. However, I still don't like the whole kit as a whole, just so you know. Not impressed with it at all. But this is nice. This is the ink and everything makes you say, "Wow, okay, that looks good." All right, so now we're gonna just go ahead and do that. I need a craft fairy to come and clean up my shenanigans. Really, I do. I really, really need that person to do that. I thought we would see the journey as I've stated earlier, I'm not impressed with this. So I want to see I want to see if I can be impressed with it. And I don't think it's a stamp company's responsibility to make a stamp set that I love every time. Because they have made stamp sets that I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And other people were not impressed with them, and vice versa. So, I'm wondering if my collaborating partner, I don't think she feels the same way about this stamp set as I do, and she may. Now, I'll tell you, next month's kit I like. Some pretty cool images on there. I do wish that stamp companies, and I know not everyone's into religious holidays or commercial holidays, but I do wish that they would have, I would like more Halloween, Christmas, more of the quote unquote traditional things in the kits. Right. So I do think this sentiment will look good in emboss. I think this probably all would probably look good in emboss, but you know. So now what I'm gonna do is just take my pen. I'm gonna take this. Have you ever wanted something? Not anything like major, but you've wanted something and you didn't get it, and then it's gone now, like you've lost the opportunity to get that thing. Well, a lot of crafters are quitting crafting, and so they sell or they've bought too much, or you have people that are just resellers. And you get the opportunity to see some of the things that they're selling on these stash sites, and then you lose the opportunity to get it. That is me. Sometimes I will just sit there and kind of say, oh, I'm going to wait it out. And you can't really wait it out. So I put these, you can't really see it that well. This light is blinding me. There we go. But, yeah. And so now I do have a dauber. And we're going to take this weathered wood. Now, weathered wood is not doing me the best that I think it should be doing. I don't know if it's because it's dried out, if I've done something inappropriate to it, but this is how it's looking, right? Yeah, Weatherwood may have weathered its, I don't know. Let's see. Um, all right. This is called Old Paper. And we are going to attempt, yeah. All right, that looks good. These are great. I really, I try not to talk about the Dollar Tree that much anymore. I know some people still love it. They're still doing these Dollar Tree hauls. They're still like, Dollar Tree is the most amazing place ever. And I'm like, well, sure. I've seen a few people haul some things and I'm like, oh, this is worth $1.25 plus tax, right? $1.37. And I want to go get it. And then when I go to look for it, no, I can't find it. I'm gonna have to come back and do this part just a little bit more because we're gonna cut this down a lot. A lot of contouring going on right now. All right, so you can see it. Now we're gonna use this marigold. Have you all been into the new stuff that's coming out for the holidays and things? I don't know what's going on with that. I have not really been on the hunt. I have a lot of Christmas stuff, and the only thing that I may try and get at regular price, discount price, is a paper pad from Hobby Lobby. They have this one paper pad. It's like it's not a true vintage, but it's vintage style snowmen, and it's, in my opinion, it's very great for what I do with it. Like you can make little postcards and things like that, and I think it'd be great. So if you're wondering, this has no color combination, but the trees are green, the sky is blue, and then this is like the sun is setting, the orange. So we want to have this orange come all the way down to right about here. And then we may decide to do something here. But in my head, I feel like if this looks like a perfect fall day, and we're gonna put our sentiment probably like right here anyway on the card once we finish that. So in my head, this is gonna be perfect, right? That's what I'm telling myself. And the reason why I want to put the sentiment down because I need to see exactly how much more we need of this card. If we put this here, I mean, we could go for attempting to center it like that, and it's going to be a lot of space. Because I want this to be small. I don't want it to be big, and I don't want to put 20 layers on the card. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and layer these pieces on as well. And then we'll see. Okay, so I have decided. Were you thinking this? Just put the sentiment on the inside. That's what's happening. Oh, that's too much glue. Oh my goodness. Well, we're having a great session today. If you haven't noticed, I mean, too much glue, a lot of other random occurrences has happened. Put this on the inside. So that's our first card. Let's move on to the second one. Right, so I hope you are buckled in. We have some coloring to do. We have a few sunflowers. I just see one, two, and a lot of gourds, right? Like I didn't even pay attention to this image right here. But that looks like squash. Is that squash, maybe? Some seeds, and then I just thought it was all random pumpkins, but it's different gourds. I was sick. I've been sick. Oh, I'm only claiming 1 week of not feeling well. But the person that I walk with, she's like, no, we've been sick for longer than that. I'm like, really? My head hurts. It has been hurting. But I suffer from migraines. I was like, maybe it's just life stress. But, when I go back and think about it, she's absolutely right. We have been not feeling well for a minute, and that's kind of sad. I was good until school started back. That's all I really want to go on record and say. My immune system was good. Then my kiddo started going to school and cooties ensued. And not the kind of cooties that my remedy, which is orange juice, Tylenol, and chicken noodle soup. If you can't get better off of chicken noodle soup and orange juice and a couple of Tylenols and some rest, you gotta go to the doctor. So that's what I did. I went to the doctor on Monday of this week. And I was like, listen, I don't want to wait like I did last time, 3 months, to be seen. Because I was prepared this time for her to tell me that I had the big cootie that people don't like to talk about. And I didn't, which is great. I was not trying to have it. I didn't think that I had it anyway, just because I try my best to be very cautious on how I conduct my business with people. I've never been a toucher, like a handshaker, hugger. Over time, I've gotten to that part where I like to give people hugs because hugging is good for the soul. And sometimes people need a hug. Like if you ever see a grumpy person just going crazy, you give them a hug, they'll just shut up and they'll be like, why did you do that to me? Now I can't be grumpy anymore. Saying thank you. It's just the little things, right? The little things in life that affect us a lot more than we think. Because when you're a little kid, right, and you would be going crazy, somebody in your family like, come give grandma a hug, baby. And you go give grandma a hug, and she's like, don't that feel better? Or in my case, it'd be like my aunt or my mom from time to time. My mom wasn't a big hugger. But yeah. My aunt's birthday was the 28th of this month. She would have been 61. And I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. Like, it's not a good feeling, but it's not a bad feeling either. It's just, it's kind of rough. Living is rough. You don't realize as a child how rough life is. I've never been one of those people like, I can't wait to be an adult so I can take on all the bills. I just be like, I don't want to live here anymore. I was never like, I can't wait to be a grown woman. And then when I got older, taking care of, like I had a job and stuff, I was like, I really need to get out of this house. Because you guys are crazy. Not because I was like, oh, I know better than you, but because I was like, I gotta go. My family still is bonkers. I love them with all my heart, but they're crazy. And my son's probably the same way because he's like, I can't wait to be an adult. I'm like, why? Because I want to be in charge. I'm like, in charge of the bills, in charge of figuring out how you're gonna make the ends meet. Because once you hit, oh, my mom and dad are not taking care of me, or whoever that person is that supported you when you were younger, when they're not taking care of you anymore, you're kind of like, what did I do? What did I do? I don't think any adult has it fully figured out. I think if we did, we would be writing truly bestsellers and not inspirational books versus a bestseller. So I like this color so much. I don't know which marker it is because Oh, well, that's the color we're going with. That works. And this will work too. Bunch of different gourds. I could have threw a brown one in, but I didn't want to mess it up too much. Color everything yellow. I'll just give it a little bit more color. See how I made it pop a little bit brighter, bolder. Yellow's like, yes, I bring out the best in you all. And this is called milling yellow, so yay, befitting. So I went to Hobby Lobby because I was looking for some birthday stuff, party stuff. They didn't have what I was looking for, which is kind of sad because I went to Party City too. My son, I think this is the last year for Thomas, like party stuff. Well, we're not having any more like big parties anyway, but they didn't have what I was looking for. All right, so we cut out the things and we're using this Momenta, what is it called? No name, of course. This thing right here, if you're interested in looking for it, it was on clearance at Hobby Lobby for $4.25, but it has 9 pieces. And so what I did is I just cut out 2 shapes, this size, and the one is smaller. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put this on the inside of this situation right there. Do this. I'm going to make an easel card real quick. So what we're going to do is take this piece and fold it onto itself like that. Crease it. Does it have to be even? It does not. If you're worried about it being even, you don't have to. It does not have to be an even fold. I just, since we have this shape, I feel like we should kind of make it a little bit even. We're going to glue this piece to the bottom, just like that. Put this on the inside. And I'm going to go back and restamp this image here. Wish me luck. And our sentiment will go on top of it. All right, so we stamped it right there. I like it. I mean, it's gonna have to do, right? All right, and so now we're going to glue these on top of each other, and I do think this is cute like that. So let's go ahead and do our sentiment. So before we see our finished cards, I just want to go on a record and say that this stamp set, after using it, mine still hasn't changed. It's a very art-filled, beautiful stamp set. I just can't see myself rushing to use this. Now, this was our first card, which I think it came out really nice at the end. It's a pretty card. I'm biased, but it's really cute. It's a simple card. It's just a layered card. We did put a little bit of shimmer on it. I'm gonna go to the store one day and buy me a Wink of Stella because I feel like all this could be glittered up. But at the same time, if you're giving a sympathy card, I don't think anybody wants to walk away with a bunch of glitter. And then, so that was my Snooze It. The image is nice, so maybe that could be a use it. I don't know. And then this was my use it, and I love coloring. So this is why I chose this one, because of the coloring, the possibilities. I mean, you could do bunches of stuff. And then this is how this card looks, which I absolutely like. And I like this portion too. I mean, you could even made us tone on tone on a black and white card. Very versatile to be able to be used. So these are my 2 cards from the August Hope is Stronger Unity stamp set collaboration with Wonder and Dream of 555. I want to say thank you all for watching, and until next time, happy crafting.